One thing that we've been talking about this week was time. And last year you learned how to tell time. And this year we're going to learn how to figure out elapsed time. And one thing that I saw that I thought was pretty neat was you have the shorthand and the longhand. The shorthand is the hour. And look at the word hour. It is shorter than the word minute. So if you ever get confused with which one is the hour hand, you can think about the words. And the word hour is shorter than the word minute, so that's the shorthand. Elapsed time just means that time has passed, and that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. An example of that would be Sam's soccer practice is from 3:15 until 4:45. How long did he practice? And I'm going to use a timeline. And this is similar to the subtraction strategy that you might have learned last year. If I start at 3:15 and I want to go all the way until 4:45. Alright, so I can skip to really anything I want, but since I can't add minutes like I can in regular numbers because 60 minutes is an hour, I'm going to jump to a full hour trying to get to 4:45. So 3:15, 1 hour later would be 4:15. Another hour would be 5:15, but that would go past 4:45. So I'm going to stop at 1 hour. Now I'm going to go in 30-minute increments. So I'm going to go from 4:15 and I'm going to see what would be 30 minutes later. Well, 15 minutes later I know would be 4:30. So another 15 minutes would be 4:45. And that's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to look at all of the time that I jumped, and it was 1 hour and 30 minutes. Another example would be Molly starts reading at 3:25. She stops reading at 5:15 and takes a nap. How long did she read? So here's my timeline. Starting at 3:25 and going until 5:15. I'm going to start with hours. 1 hour after 3:25 would be 4:25. Another hour would be 5:25, and that's too long. So I'm going to go to 4:30. That would be 5 minutes. Now I'm going to go to 5 o'clock. I know from 4:30 to 5 o'clock is 30 minutes. And then I have from 5 to 5:15 is 15 minutes. So this time it's 1 hour, and 30 and 15 is 45. 5 more is 50 minutes. So now I'm going to give you one to try, and when we come to the back table next week, you can show me how you solved this problem. Alright. David played video games from 7:20 until 8:45. How long did he play? See if you can use the timeline to solve the problem. In fact, for this one, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to pause the video, solve the problem, then turn it back on and see if you get the right answer. I can make up some other problems this week. So pause and see if you get the answer. we have 7:20. We're going to go to 8:45, so I'm going to try an hour. 1 hour after 7:20 is 8:20. 10 minutes later would be 8:30. And you don't have to use my increments. If you went straight from 8:20 to 8:45, you know what that is, that's fine. 8:30 to 8:45 is 15 minutes. So when I add everything together, I have 1 hour and 25 minutes. How'd you do?